Good morning, all. Paul from CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday morning, October 15th. We're looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and the NQ. A couple of house cleaning notes. Tomorrow morning's video will be the last one I do for a while. So there'll be tonight and tomorrow morning. Then there won't be one until Tuesday morning, okay? As I will not be here. Now, there wasn't a video last night. But before we talk about today, let's go over what transpired late in the day. We were talking in the room how we were trading sideways for basically 3 hours, right? G through L. You had still the trend day above that had to be dealt with. We had a strong market all day that had zero pullbacks in ES until a small one in K. And in NQ's case, they had a small one earlier. Okay? But nothing of any consequence. The market continued to get long. Now, we know a lot of it was short covering. Righty was one time framing up the entire day. They didn't even have an inside bar going into M period. So what happened? Now, Righty was a little more surprised of the magnitude of the pullback, but ES and NQ, I wasn't surprised at all. These buyers weren't getting paid. Look at all the volume being done up here in ES. So what did you get? A liquidation break. That's all it was. That's all it was, and that's why we say a lot of times with M period, you take it with a grain of salt. Look where we closed yesterday down here. We had a nice liquidation break. However, even with the liquidation break, we never even got to half back in ES. You held trend in ES, right? And now look where we are this morning. For now, above yesterday's high as we try to continue to take back Friday's trend day. Now, even with the strength of yesterday up until M period, we were still focusing on the fact the market is still in balance. Okay? We opened with a gap lower out of an inside day. Took it back in 2 time frames, and then we had an inside day up. We had a chance for an outside day up. Obviously, we didn't have it. Well, I mentioned in yesterday morning's video, until you take out Friday's high. Now, again, I'll use the all-time high as the balance high, but just as an example, Friday's high or Friday's low, even though you can have some real strong moves inside of that, it's still going to present a lot of opportunities for chop. So even though yesterday was so strong, you finally got that liquidation break. But here we are right back at it. So it still seems it's going to take some time to get above Friday's high or low. Now, Righty, even with that liquidation break, held, look at this, they had 5 distributions at one point. Okay? They held 3 of them. They still held 3 distributions. And look where we are. Gapping higher to an all-time high. And even if they don't gap high, their all-time high is where? In the overnight. ES and NQ's all-time high is in the overnight. So the defense on Monday, I'm sorry, what's today? Today's Wednesday. The defense, Monday. I'm sorry. The defense yesterday at Friday's low in ES, that is such a beautiful example of short-term trading, mechanical, and balance rules. By the way, gap and go lasted yesterday for 30 minutes. That's it. So it's still a very short-term player's market that turns MGI around tremendously. Each time we go up, bulls feel, here we go, we're going to get Friday's high. Each time we go down, here we go, we're going to get Friday's low. And what happens? They keep getting rejected. So let the MGI guide you. Yesterday's MGI was fantastic up until the last time frame. But we mentioned that prior to it happening. M period is a widowmaker at times. They decided to just liquidate a lot of late majority and laggard buyers. That's all. So again, this morning now, based on where we're trading in the pre-market, we still have 90 minutes to go, but value high is going to be critically important if we open above it. Why is that? Well, the value rule comes into play. It came in yesterday. We opened below value on a gap, got into value, and boom. Not only do we get the other side of value, we got the other side of the day's range. So if you do open above value and fail to hold it, well, guess what? You could be looking possibly at the lower end of the upper distribution in both ES and NQ. If you end up opening inside of this range, please be prepared for tremendous chop. If you open into the upper distribution from yesterday in ES and NQ, there's nothing until value low. Okay? In ES and the same in NQ. Okay? Yes, we did have 7 wide pocs, but for the most part, there's nothing. So it'll be interesting. If we open above value, it'll be critical for bulls to hold it. If we open inside of value, expect massive chop. Either way, the best way to learn how to trade it is to join camelbacktrading.org. And then, chart-wise, we had good range and volume yesterday. Almost 89 million SPY, 19 million above average. Here you go with your balance. Triple Qs, NQ, 69 million, 23 million above average. Same thing. And again, you're battling the 20 and the 50. You might battle that for a while. And IWM, with an all-time high, did 45 million, 12 million above average. They had the outside day up and came out of balance to the upside. Right now, Russell is the leader as all 3 time frames are up. I hope this helps. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Good luck trading today, and we will recap at 4 p.m.